where to select a good level to open a trade. So sometimes it is not easy to open a trade because there is a wide area where the market will pull back before moving higher. So here I'm looking at the S&P 500, and basically I'm looking at a level, a potential level to open a long position in the S&P 500. And first, it depends on the pattern we are looking at. Okay, so because I use Elliott wave, I'm looking at a potential ending diagonal pattern. The ending diagonal pattern is in 5 waves. So I don't have the full pattern on that chart, but I've got the top of the third wave here. Third wave 3 circle in a circle, wave 4 in a circle, and then we've got the 5th wave unfolding right now. But one of the characteristics of the ending diagonal pattern is that the waves are in 3. So every time the market moves up, like for example wave 3 is in 3, wave 4 is in 3, so and wave 5 is also in 3. I mean it should be in 3. What I mean by that is like A, B, and C pattern. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3 waves. So A, B, and C. Okay. Now, because the market has completed wave A, so wave 4 ended here at 36.94, and now we are in wave 5. And of course, well, I think that the wave A inside wave 5 is complete. So now what we are seeing is a pullback. We are seeing a pullback for wave B. Okay, so like this. So this pullback will be followed by another rally. That is assuming the pattern is an ending diagonal. Because if it's not, then it's not going to work. But at the moment, this is what I'm assuming that it's going to do that. So basically, on that pullback, I want to open a long position. So where do I open the position? Wave B could end in a large, wide area. It could be lower, it could be higher, it could be on the 38.2 retracement level. As I said, it could be lower. So it's not easy to select a long because it depends. A, it depends on the potential target, and B, it depends on where you are going to exit the trade if you are wrong. So, for example, if I think that it is an ending diagonal, and we are in wave 5 of the ending diagonal, and the pullback is wave B, I know that wave B is not going to end below 36.94. Okay, so this is my key level. Because if wave B goes all the way below 36.94, then it is probably not an ending diagonal, it's something else. Therefore, if I'm going to go long, I need to put my stop loss below that level, like maybe 36.90. And then I have to look at the potential profit, because if I have a very big stop loss and a small profit, then it's not going to work, because you can only increase the value of the stop loss if your profit potential is large. So the larger the stop loss, the larger the profit potential. Therefore, if I say, for example, I'm going to open a long position, maybe at 37.90, that gives me a potential profit that is large, but at the same time, a smaller stop loss, because if I enter my long at current level, like say near 38.50, there is a long way to go to 36.90. So that's why I need to open the trade lower, okay? Because if I open it at 38.50, the profit potential is not enough. You can see. So that's why it needs to go lower to reduce the size of the stop loss and to have a bigger profit potential. So therefore, if I say that I'm going to open at 37.90, so imagine I think that wave B is a good place to enter if wave B is at 37.90, you can see that is a better proposition because I've got 100 point stop loss, and from that level, it's more than 100 points profit, maybe 160, something like that, 170, 180. So that is a better proposition, and that's why, if I say I'm going to buy at 37.90, it doesn't mean that the price, the S&P will go to that level. It just means that it's the best place where the potential profit is good and the stop loss is reasonable. That's it. It's like a risk reward, basically. So basically, when I say I'm going to buy at 37.90, it doesn't mean that the S&P will go down. This is what you have to remember. It's a best place to open a long, but it doesn't mean it will go there. For example, the S&P could come there at 50 and start rallying immediately. It could do that too. Therefore, that's fine if it does that. But obviously, too many people focus on the profit and they don't focus on the risk, and that's where they go wrong, basically, because many people would say, it's going to 38.50, okay, I'm going to buy, because that is a decent pullback. Because what they see that move up coming, okay, but they don't see the potential downside, because the wave B could go much lower like that, and still it's fine. The pattern is not broken, you see. And then they get stopped at, because they enter too early. So they lose money, but they are right on the direction because the market will move higher, but they lost money because they entered too early. So my view is that when you have a wide range where the pullback could end, like it is the case right now, because the range is wide, it is better to go as low as possible and always make sure you have a very good risk reward, okay? And that way you have more chance of making a profit. And because it's normal, if a trade is stopped at, that can happen, it's normal. The important thing is you need a profit, the next profit, to be large enough to cover that loss and leave you with a profit. So that means that bigger profit and smaller losses. That's what we are looking for.